like to request our chief guest, Professor Dr. Rana Iqrar Khan, to come on the stage and say a few words about this symposium. Please welcome Dr. Rana Iqrar.
जनाब वाइस चांसलर कमरुज़मान साहब, मेहमानान इकरामी, पोल्ट्री एसोसिएशन के अहदेदारान, इंडस्ट्री रिप्रेजेंटेटिव्स, स्पॉन्सर्स, faculty members, students, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for offering me this platform this morning to speak about something that I'm not very familiar with, but I do have a very deep interest in the food security of this country. And we are extremely grateful to the poultry industry, which is providing affordable protein diet to the masses, making egg and meat accessible for the ordinary. And particularly in a situation where the population keep on going up and up, and our land and water sources are constrained to sustain the food security requirements of the population in all necessary forms, which includes carbohydrate, protein, and other forms of essential nutrients for a healthy diet. Poultry industry is an outstanding example of being entrepreneurial. This is probably one of the best examples in Pakistan, at least in terms of not being regulated or as badly as many other forms of the economy and industries are, or it is something in which science and technology has played a significant role. It is also a line of commodities in which the market mechanisms are fairly liberal, and the industry probably assesses the needs of the market, and accordingly the industry operates supply and demand equation of the market. But from the other side of the story, I have my observation that there are, I was very pleased to hear from the opening speech that the industry is very interested in indigenous research, be that research in health management, vaccine, that could be the case with nutrition, the poultry feeds industry, and then also the breeding side. But then I have had the opportunity of being this forum a few times earlier, and there is a question mark that what are the ethics of withdrawing the use of antibiotics? And of course nobody is willing to recognize that, but there is plenty of scientific evidence to prove that residual antibiotic effects are there on the population which is consuming poultry meat. To the sponsors of this event, I'm very happy that the US Soya is sponsoring. I wish this was sponsored by the indigenous sponsors. US Soya has a very strong commercial interest. We welcome that. We appreciate their involvement. But then why US Soya? Why not the local breeders? Why not the local feed industry being flashed as sponsors the way US Soya is sponsored? And I want to tell this house that soybean is a kharif crop. Kharif crop means same thing as rice, as maize, as sugarcane, as cotton, as bean, as summer fodders. If we can grow successfully corn, if we can talk about corn being 100 mans per acre from 10 mans, then why can't we introduce soybean in Pakistan? Why this industry is not willing to sponsor the introduction of soybean, which is being imported and which will continue to be imported. I'm sorry for having said something against the interest of the sponsors, but this is something which deserves to be looked at. That cotton crop has failed, sugarcane has a political economy, and the government is up in arms with the industry, and the rice is the water offender. Rice is not only water offender, rice is also carbon builder, and it is one of the biggest methane producers aside from animal excreta. Then soybean is something which is very environment friendly, water friendly, and then also this is something where the import is essential. This industry essentially needs soybean. Your industry, feed business cannot survive without the availability of soybean. So I would like to take this opportunity to make a case that the way you are sponsoring markets, the way you are sponsoring health vaccines, the way you are sponsoring the introduction of breeding stocks, please also sponsor the introduction of soybean as a kharif crop. That will not necessarily put a big pressure on US soybean, but it will certainly create a balance in our agricultural rotations. We are rotating our crops, which are all exhaustive crops, which are leading towards the breakdown of ecological system. We are not using any legumes in the crop sequence. Corn after corn, corn after rice, rice after corn. These are absolutely destructive schemes of cropping. So soybean is something which is actually not only essential commodity that we need, but this can also improve our agroecology. So and poultry industry is the biggest consumer. That's why I'm trying to make the case here. And today's sponsor is welcome and appreciated for introducing soybean to the vocabulary of people. That there is soybean, which is the world's one of the top few industries. And 3 million ton of soybean coming to Pakistan for US soya industry is peanut. America exports something like 90 million ton of soybean to China alone. So it is peanut, but this is a lesson for us. So I would like to ask the industry to keep doing the good job. This is one of the outstanding examples, providing jobs, providing business, markets, and most importantly, essential food. We should be grateful to the industry. We are grateful to the industry, but we would ask for industry to look at new opportunities to balance the industrial equation. And in that balance is today's sponsor.